green.
Oh, on mine. I see it.
Oh, you did?
And then find where you save main .time started after to do name this.
Okay. So the way this program runs.
You don't know how to open idle? No. Someone help Sam open idle.
So the way this program runs is it sees this line first. This line is defining a function, so it doesn't really do anything. It just says what something is. Okay? And then this is part of this function, so it doesn't run. This code doesn't run right away. Then it comes to here. This code isn't inside a function, and it is in fact doing something. So this runs, and we see greet on the screen. Now we see this line of code. You'll notice this function underscore name is the same up here and down here. So we are calling this function, which basically sends the code up here, okay? And what value is right here?
Value?
Yeah, what value is that?
3.
What's highlighted?
3. I think it's 6 out of 3. I think he saw the 2 and then multiplied them.
Hang on. Alright. So we come up here and we start running this code from here. Now this 3, it goes right inside that R variable. Okay? Do you see what I'm talking about, Damon? Yeah? Does anybody not understand why that equals 3?
So once you have that trigger,
You don't follow why it equals 3? Okay, what do you think this 3 is doing?
it's however tall you want it to be.
I know what it's doing, I just can't put it in.
Yeah, I got it open. Is it open?
Let me do
Mono, get it open.
this.
George, did you get it open?
Yeah.
Alex? Jordan, go ahead, Alex. Just double check, make sure you're...
Where'd that arrow come
Oh. Printing 3 R's out.
Sam, did you get it open? Alright, Connor, on your way? Rohan, did you get open? Alright, George, go ahead.
Now, do you see the connection?
Yes.
Yeah,
Where's
I see
cheese?
it.
Where did you get cheese from?
No, not 3 G's.
Oh.
This whole thing right here,
What's that?
that is a variable.
Okay.
Okay.
Guys,
This variable
Connor, don't worry, you'll catch up.
equals 3.
So you have this thing right here. It's called a function, okay?
What do you mean, how does it equal 3? It just equals 3.
It says,
If there was a 4 right here, it would equal 4.
so everything that you write inside of here
Yes, and
is going to be part of that recipe.
Okay?
You guys don't have to worry.
Anybody else not quite follow this?
Then inside of here, you're going to write all your code. You have to make sure it's at least one tab.
Damn.
It goes on these 3 lines here. Okay?
What value does this have whenever we run the code? What value does that variable have when we run the code?
Returning a number you want to
Okay.
It's going to be run one time every turn. Basically, just
come on, man.
This is not
Now,
like what we were doing earlier.
You guys remember how we have lists,
We're not writing the logic for the game.
right?
We're not saying, like,
And you can make a list
determine whether it's greater than 4 or less than 1. We're
like that,
we're
or
writing
you can
logic to
say
determine whether we want to pick
that,
2, 3,
or
okay.
like that.
One piece of information.
Okay. You'll notice that the commas separate each item in our
This is
list.
a variable that gets passed inside.
Okay.
So
The commas separate multiple variables if there are any. So I'm going to add another argument
So
there.
every time this is called, it's going to have the total. So, if it's your turn,
Okay.
this one is up.
And now instead of multiplying by 2, I'm going to multiply by whatever b is. So who can tell me what is going to show up on the screen? Show of hands. What's going to show up on the screen?
By using this number here.
Hey, show of hands.
Okay. There's all kinds of other strategies.
Hey, Celeste, what do you think is going to be on the screen?
I'm going to give you a hint and say eventually you're going to want to experiment with modules and help you find winning strategies. Okay? So, what you're going to be doing is these are just components right here. You can go ahead and delete these.
Good.
And you can overwrite all
Good.
that area there. And make sure instead of returning 1,
So if you run it,
your code would just return 3.
eventually we should see 12.
In final version,
Look at
you
that.
might want to create a variable
Okay.
and return the value inside that variable.
So does everybody understand what functions do? Or how to use them at least?
If you're the first person to beat,
Okay.
you have to
What's got you
everybody else
hesitating, Jamie?
Okay? You guys ready for this? I missed that last one. Yes, you have to be able to positively right.
You gotta speak up a little bit louder.
I'll help explain to you. I'll get some other things set up, and then I'll. Alright, you guys get started. If you want to battle, just come sign up. I'm going to set up the sign up list. Come sign up, and then we'll all hook you guys up and you guys can battle.
I can't hear you, I'm sorry. It's the other classes are way too loud for me to hear you. But they're not being loud, it's just this room is really echoey. Okay, one more time.
So underneath rank 3, it has function, three in the floor, and whoever the numbers will be out there for that function.
Because, watch this.
And that watch as a when you download the beta.
Look at there.
We're gonna make much more.
Now, we don't have to write the same code 2 times in order to use it with 2 different data. We can write the same code and just use it with different pieces of data. Does that make sense? So like if I have a function that calculates a hypotenuse on a triangle, okay, I can just write that code once, and then I can use it for any 3 sides of the triangle I want. Does that clear it up a bit? Okay. Now check this out. You guys know how we've been using print a lot?
Yeah.
That is a function that Python has built in for you guys. There is also append, which is what we call a member function. We're not going to explain that too much right now, if at all. But what a member function means is that you have to write dot and then the function name, and only certain variables will have this function. So like, if I say x equals a list, then I can say x dot append. Okay, and it will work perfectly. Well, I mean, not with the dot dot dots in there, but if I say x equals 5, and then I write x dot append, that won't work. It'll give me an error.
It'll only work in a list.
Yeah, it only works for a list. And then, if you just type in that, well, it doesn't know what you're trying to append to, right? It doesn't know what list you're wanting to add things to, because you don't have it right over here. Alright? Any questions about member functions? So far, the only member functions we have are dot append and x dot pop for lists. We're not going to worry about any others for a while. Those are the only ones you need to know. Now, let's say you want to do something 5 times, but you don't want to create a list with 5 items in it, right? Because that would be kind of tedious to have to write, 5 things in a list every time you want to do something 5 times, right? Fear not.
Oh yeah, I tried star.
So what the star does is it raises something to a power. Yeah, so it's going to say this squared, this squared, this squared. Okay, so range is another function. It's a special kind of function called the generator. And generator functions are iterables, meaning they have multiple things inside of them, and you go over each thing inside an iterable once. So what we're looking at is every item inside the range of 0 up to 5, but not including 5, run the for loop. So, can anybody guess what code or what is going to show up on the screen? Jamie?
I think it might be 5 squared.
Okay. Any other ideas? Seth?
4 times.
4 times? Okay. Any other guesses? Okay. So what's going to happen is the first time this runs, what do you guys think I is going to be?
It's going to be like 5 times 2, then times 2.
It's going to be 0 to start with.
Oh.
Okay? It starts at 0 and counts up. So this is, what the heck? I think I need new batteries for my mouse. So I is 0, and this is raising 0 to the second power. So what is 0 to the second power?
0.
0. Okay. What value is I the next time? 1. 1. It's 1. What is 1 squared?
1 squared.
Uh-huh. And what comes after 1? So then what shows up on the screen?
2. 2.
4.
Yes, after 2. 2.1 is 4.
Well, what does the double asterisk mean? The stars. See, this is why you gotta pay attention. This is important stuff.
But how does this I star 2?
Yeah, that means it's raising it to the second power. So if I is 2, then what shows up on the screen?
4. Oh, 4.
Yes, Celeste. Or Jamie, do you have a question?
So is it only double asterisk? 4.
Raising to a power.
So it's only for square, could be for square.
Yeah, I can put up any number I want. 1 star is multiplication. 2 raises it to a power. Okay? What about, yes?
I don't understand exactly what is a power.
So, have you ever had to do like x squared or something? Okay, so if I have 2 to the first power, it's 1 times 2. If I have 2 to the second power, it's 1 times 2 times 2. If I have 2 to the third power, it's 1 times 2 times 2 times 2.
And that's cubed.
That's cubed. because it's to the third power. Does that make sense?
And then
Alright.
it's be a number times itself, so it's doing 5 squared.
Hey, music. Hey, keep it. Hey, down. Wait, what did you see the hope from?
Okay. So normally, in math, you'll see exponents written like this. Okay? That's what exponents are. Now let's say it's a 3 instead. So we add another 2. Is that cleared up for you?
So, 2 cubed. 2 third power.
Yeah, it just. So, if you have 2 powers.
Lewis. Are these things less?
Have a power, then it's 2 times 1 times 2.
If it's 2 squared, yeah. Okay. And anything to the 0 power is 1. That's just a rule. Everything. 0 to the 0 power is 1. Okay. So let's go ahead and run it just to see if it does what we said it would. And look at that.
Hey,
Okay.
so it's 16. So 1 times 2 times 2 times 2. That's what it's basically saying. Yeah.
But just to show you guys that. So it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
So it would just go all the way up to 4. So it wouldn't be 5 squared. So that.
Okay. So what happens is range will start at 0 and it counts up by 1. Whenever it reaches the number you give it, it stops. It doesn't give you the number you gave it. It just quits doing what it was doing.
Okay, now I get it.
You get it?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Alright.
I knew it. You know it was good.
Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, exit. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to make a function that takes 2 arguments. It adds the arguments together into a new variable. Or I'll write it down for you.
Change it every time.
I have a lot of Discord.
Yellow.